think the story is more about supply. And for years and years, for the last 30 years, supply has always been drivers, and it's still drivers, right? We're having big issues with drivers, finding drivers. We're competing against construction. We're competing against manufacturing. And so that situation's not getting any better. One interesting dynamic that has occurred in the truckload industry, I don't know it's occurring in these other guys' areas, but most of the truckload carriers have given significant pay increases of 20 to 30% over the last year. And what has occurred in the truckload side as not all the drivers, but a fair amount of the drivers, instead of making 20 to 30% more, they want to work 20 to 30% less. So now what we're finding is a guy who was working 5 days a week says, hey, I can make the same amount of money working 4 days a week. And you say, well, I'm sorry, the job's not 4 days a week. And they go, well, are you going to fire me? And you're like, well, I guess your new schedule is 4 days a week. Right. I mean, it's the reality of the situation. And so what that means, though, is now we have to, in order to handle the same amount of capacity, I've got to have more drivers and more trucks. And the industry as a whole has got to have more drivers and more trucks because the drivers are less willing to work because they feel like they can make the same amount of money. And I've had conversations with multiple drivers that said, look, I need $1,000 a week. And if I make $1,000 a week, then I would rather be at home or with my family or doing something else than working. And so I don't need to make any more money. It's a really new dynamic. I don't know if COVID has caused this. I mean, we had seen this in the industry previously, but it has been exacerbated to a level that we've never experienced before. So that's a big dynamic on the supply side.